Rolando, welcome to Huddersfield Town. How happy are you to join the club now it's finally all gone through?
I'm buzzing. I feel like obviously this is the second time I've been here to do this. But yeah, it's nice to know that it's finally done now and we can move forward.
Yeah, it was around 3 months ago, that moment. It was well documented that it didn't quite get done on deadline day. What have you been doing over the last 3 months? Because I can imagine there was a lot of disappointment on that day that it didn't get through, but equally, I suppose it's given you a unique chance to kind of study Huddersfield Town that little bit more.
Yeah, as you said, I have been watching the games. I've watched probably every single game since that happened, and I've been keeping fit at Newcastle and just getting prepared for this moment because it was going to happen one way or another. Obviously, it didn't happen in October, but I'm glad it's happening now.
You said obviously you've watched a lot of Huddersfield Town's games. In terms of the style of play, obviously that piqued your interest when you wanted to come to Huddersfield Town. But what have you made of it now you've had a bit more time to watch it?
It's very attacking. It's very fast. There's a very high demand on your body and stuff. But it's literally I like it. It's the way I like to play football. It's quite fast, direct. It's attacking. It'll be good for obviously me, a forward player. You get lots of opportunities, and I've seen the forwards obviously create a lot and get a lot of chances in games. So this sort of football, I think, is good for me.
And you can see the transition that the team's made over that period of time as well. I think week on week that there's been a development in terms of playing style. Yeah,
of course. It would probably be nothing like any of the boys have experienced before, and it's going to obviously take some time. And you can see as the season's progressed, the boys are starting to progress, and naturally towards the end of the season you'll probably see the best performances from the boys that have getting used to it for the whole season.
When you've been watching those games, I bet you kind of can't wait to then get out on the pitch and be a part of what Carlos Corberán has introduced here at Huddersfield Town.
Yeah, I've been itching. I've been watching the games thinking, if I was there, I would have done this and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it'd be nice to just finally get out there and actually get into the game and be a part of it, because it does look good to watch.
Yeah, and like you said, the deal was getting done one way or another. I suppose knowing that the club has wanted you for a prolonged period of time, you've had constant conversations with Lee Bromby about being here and how you fit in. I can imagine that only breeds confidence for yourself. Yeah,
of course. When I spoke to Lee and Phil, this was a no-brainer for me. Me and my agent sat down and talked about this. If the club's made it very clear how much they rate me as a player and as an individual as well, which I think is important. And they've talked me through the project and what they expect of me once I come in, and what the manager expects of me, and what the club's trying to build. And it was literally a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, and you mentioned obviously you're keeping fit at Newcastle. What have you been doing in anticipation, obviously, to get started and hit the ground running here?
I've just been trying to get, obviously since the disappointment, I've been trying to get mentally right, which it didn't really take too long, because after the conversations with Lee and obviously with Phil, I knew this was going to happen some way or another. But I've just been working on my game, really, looking at what they do and trying to replicate it in training with Newcastle, with doing extras with the coaches there. But I've just been trying to keep fit, keep sharp.
And you've been on a number of loan spells in the past, some that haven't quite worked out for you. Do you see this as a big opportunity to prove what you can do, to show the best of Rolando Aarons?
Yeah, I think every time I get on the pitch, even those loan spells, it's an opportunity to prove. But I feel like this time is the first time since maybe I was really young at Newcastle where I can call somewhere my home, which I haven't been able to do, and it gives me peace of mind. So that side of it will be a lot more helpful for me going into this.
Yeah, and you said you obviously spoke at length with Lee and Phil. What have they told you about the role you can play here at Huddersfield Town?
They just obviously told me that this sort of system I can thrive in, and this environment I probably need, which I agree. And there was just the conversations we had were encouraging. I don't think I can go into too much depth, but it was very encouraging, and I'm very excited and happy to be a part of this.
And I'm sure Josh Koroma, who obviously you know as well, has told you a lot about the environment in the dressing room.
Yeah, of course. And even players like Josh himself last season, he probably said himself he didn't have the best loan spell. He come back this season, he's flying, and so it just shows that what Carlos is doing here and the progression the players are making.
How does it help when you know someone who's already in the dressing room?
It helps massively because I can talk to him every now and again to find out what everything's like and what to expect from obviously a player's perspective, because it's important. And yeah, like he's had good words and nothing but good words to say, really.
What's he told you about Carlos and the rigours in training?
He said it's very demanding. It's hard, but he said it's good. Like, it's improving him as a player and as a footballer. That's all you really want, really.
Yeah, and you can play obviously across the front three in all three roles. Which do you prefer?
On the pitch, I'll try to do my best. Naturally, I'm probably a winger. But I do like to be involved more than probably the normal winger. So, yeah, where I'm going to play and score goals and contribute, that's where I like to play.
Yeah, and just finally, for supporters that haven't seen you play before, what can they expect to see from you?
Well, I'm going to obviously give my best every game, and I'd like to think I would score and create chances, because that's what I work on doing, and that's what I believe I can bring. So, yeah. Probably that.
Good luck at Huddersfield Town.
Thank you.